Hey everybody, my name is Jennifer and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about this 2021 basic yoga teacher training that is now going to be on this new for me, online Zoom platform. So if you have a few minutes, go ahead and have a seat, maybe take some notes, write some questions down. You can always email me at jennifer.langsdale@yahoo.com and I'll put that as a little link for you with questions. So I love questions. This is a big commitment. We want to make sure that you have all the information that you need to do this training and do it successfully. So I'm going to talk for a couple minutes about myself so you know who I am. And then I'm going to talk for a couple minutes about the actual training itself. So I am here in Northeast Ohio. I had a yoga studio, a large yoga studio, up until July of 2020, which closed due to, of course, our pandemic here. So that's why we're rolling out this new platform. I was known as Awaken Yoga for about 10 years. I have over 120 to 130 graduates now at this point that I've trained over the last 10 years. I believe in smaller scale training. So most of my trainings were somewhere between 5 to 12 people at the most, 12 people, but usually on average about 8 to 10 people, which I really enjoyed. Most of them women. I think I've certified probably 98% of the people I've certified have been women. I really love working with women. And I'm telling you this because I used to be known as Awaken Yoga, but I decided with the pandemic, with closing my business, to really make this thing completely restructured and branded because I wanted to feel inspired again. And I'm so inspired by women. So the training is under this umbrella called Women, Yoga, and the Moon. And what I had a lot of success about teaching yoga at my new studio, I call it the new studio, it was my last studio, especially here in Northeast Ohio, was teaching these lunar kind of more feminine based classes, but also gearing them towards women, towards empowerment, and really inspiring through the phase of the moon and where we are on the lunar calendar. Now, that's not how this training is really necessarily set up, but I wanted you to understand the name and where I'm coming from. I'm coming from being Awaken Yoga, which was a wonderful name for so long, to I've just turned the page to 40 years old this year. As I turn the page into middle age to crondom, this is really what moves me, is the ebb and the flow of the seasons and the lunar calendar. So that's what's inspiring me. I'm here in my house, in my little sacred corner up here in my quiet corner of my room. And I wanted you to know just a little bit about me and my passion and how I teach. So I began with taking my first yoga certification at 24 years old. I graduated in 2004. I went on right away to do a 500-hour, what the yoga people back then called an advanced certification, but I don't really believe in saying anything's really truly advanced. I believe it's all up here and how we accelerate ourselves in our lives, but I did do a 500-hour program quickly after my basic training, and then I went on to study with Shiva Ray, 300-hour Prana Vinyasa Flow certification through her. It took me a few years to do that because I had to travel to do that, but that was fun and inspiring, and I loved learning about the power of Vinyasa Yoga. During that time, I was also heavily studying under a local teacher out here, Iyengar Yoga, taking classes with her at her studio, as well as a lot of private sessions. So my background is very well adaptive to anybody who wants to learn yoga. I know how to teach people from a therapeutic approach who are recovering from injuries or even just mental health issues, to the prenatal pregnant goddess bodies, postnatal bodies, to the really healthy vigorous asana or posture class type body with the vinyasa, to I need the well-structured alignment-based yoga with the Iyengar background. So I'm a really highly versatile teacher. So when I teach you, I want the same for you. As far as the rest of my background goes, I was a yoga business owner for the last decade, a successful business owner too. And I can still say I'm a successful business owner. Hopefully moving forward into 2021, all the new changes I'm making will continue to guide me on this organic path. And yoga has taught me to surrender and find my way. So that's what we're doing. So instead of doing a local in-person training, what I'd like to do is to be able to reach out to people across the country and share my knowledge. And you can take this training if you're not local, because it will be offered 100% virtually online. If you are local, maybe we'll meet up here and there. But for all of our friends taking training, the core of the training will be held on the Zoom Classroom platform now. So moving forward, I'll talk to you a little bit about the actual training now. So the training is still set up in what the 200-hour like experience for yoga has been for me for the last decade or so of doing this. So you're still going to have an incredibly well-rounded training, which includes your live session portions with me, which will be learning about asanas, which are postures. So get to know that word, my friends, asana. Your postures, understanding your modifications, how to assist, how to cue. The strongest thing I can give you as a teacher is a really good tongue for understanding how to say something in a way that everybody in the room or everybody in the online classroom will understand. Understanding your therapeutics of, why do we do these asanas? What are they supposed to do for us? Your basics of pranayama, which is your breath practices, meditation, and mindfulness. And then the yogic psychology of chakras, understanding philosophy, understanding your basic anatomy that's necessary for being a good yoga teacher. All of these components will be inside this training. Now, it'll be a mix of live lessons and recorded lessons. Certain things you don't necessarily have to be face-to-face with me in order to hear me lecture about, like yoga history, maybe some yoga philosophy. But you'll have a mix of both, and we'll always have time for questions and answers. You will not be on camera all day. I don't think that would be very good for you mentally or physically. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a short, morning module and a short afternoon module, and then you'll be supplementing that time we would normally be face-to-face live in a classroom. We'll be doing those with your recorded learnings and supplementing those. The option to do certification is available to you. I understand that some people are going to come at this training just wanting to learn, just wanting to do something themselves. Maybe they're petrified of teaching a class in front of somebody. You don't have to take the certification hours in this course if you don't want to. So you're going to see the pricing option available to take the course, and then the pricing option with the certification included. Maybe you're just signing up for the course and you decide you want to do the certification. That option is also broken out for you as well. So feel free to do what you want to do. So if you want to do the certification, what happens is you're going to have that certification packet given to you with a video of what will have to be done in order to do that. So if you decide to sign up for the certification, you'll get that information up front, and you can start to work on those materials throughout the program. I will have recommended dates of kind of when you want to be doing certain things, because you don't want to be teaching a trial yoga class without getting certain level of experience from me first. So there'll be certain components for you to do. If you choose not to do the certification, it's totally fine. It's optional. It's up to you. But this is a certification course. So you are going to be really learning about how to teach yoga. This isn't a course designed just for you to be on a yoga retreat. It's not a lifelong learning course. This course is designed to teach you how to teach about yoga, but also how to have a home practice, how to have self-care for yourself, how to implement yoga into your life. We will also learn how to teach online now in front of a camera. And you're also going to learn how to teach live and in a classroom, the best that we can on this platform that we are. But pretty much, as long as you have a camera and I can watch you teach, I can teach you how to teach yoga. That's all I really need. Our live lessons if you are in an extremely different time zone. So if I'm teaching at 10 o'clock in the morning and it's 2 in the morning where you are, we will record those for you and send them to you. But I really recommend that if you do want to do this training, that you try to attend those live lessons. But if you need us to record them for you, we'll record them for you. We're being really flexible now, no pun intended, during these times. So look at the website. You'll see all the components to what's included in this program. Some of you are going to ask me about the Yoga Alliance. Okay, I was a member of the school, a member school of the Yoga Alliance for the last decade. The Yoga Alliance has continued to take money from us yoga teachers and basically create this idea that you have to be Yoga Alliance certified. It's not true. And a lot of teachers that are well seasoned like I am, we agree that we're no longer going to be a part of the Yoga Alliance. Not that you don't, have to be if you don't want to be, but that is because the lack of support they've given me as a school for the last 10 years and the level of schools that they've given permission to be as a part of their directory and their registry without checking in, without auditing us. So essentially what I'm trying to tell you is my school was designed around their standards because that was standards I believed in at the time I set up my school. And now that I've sort of moved on from believing that they're really supporting me, to be honest, they really haven't, I've decided that I will not be carrying their mark anymore. The Yoga Alliance is a registry. So if you call them, they will tell you this. They are just a registry or a very large directory of people that have paid money to be like a phone book of yoga teachers. So you don't know if you're calling a good teacher or a bad teacher. The Yoga Alliance never once showed up at my door, watched me teach and said, wow, she's a great teacher, right? So just so you know, I won't be giving them my money anymore. I'd rather put the money towards having better tools online for you to use and a better manual. But all of my yoga lessons were originally set up under their structure. So if you go on their website and you look up a 200-hour yoga training, that's pretty much what you can expect to get out of this training, if not more. So I wanted to be upfront and honest with you about that. And you can do some more research on them if you're interested, or if you really feel like you need to go to a school who has carrying their mark. I can tell you that the school structurally was set up that way to begin with, but I'm just not paying the money to carry their little logo anymore. It's becoming quite expensive too. Jeez, yoga. So if you have further questions, send me an email, or we can set up a time to meet on Zoom or even talk. If you're thinking about taking the training, I don't have an application process anymore since the certification portion is optional at this time. But believe me, if you are going to be getting certified through me, I will be getting to know you, and I'll have some questions for you before training starts, so that way we know that we're on the right path together. Thank you all for taking the time to watch this, and I wish you all the best of luck on your journey, whatever you take it, whether it's with me or with someone else. Good luck to you, and hopefully I'll see you in the classroom. Namaste.